Astrology isn't just about signs and symbols. It's a tool for navigating real life. Hello, and welcome to Astrology with Elisa. I'm your host, Elisa Dixon, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. This weekend, we had company. A good friend of my husband came to visit. This is someone we've known for over 20 years. So much history, so many stories, so much fun. The kind of friend who instantly brings back a whole chapter of life you forgot you still remembered. They worked together back when Kevin and I first met, and the weekend was full of stories about old friends, funny things that happened, and people I honestly haven't thought about in years. As we caught up and traded memories, I found myself smiling at how perfectly the astrology was playing out in real time. Because we're in the Mercury Retrograde Shadow right now. And here we were, spending the weekend talking about the past, revisiting all those names and moments from years ago. Mercury didn't waste a second making his presence known. That's how this energy works. It brings the past back around, sometimes in ways that are almost too literal to ignore. And up in the sky, Mercury's been just as active. He's already entered his pre-retrograde shadow, and he's been crossing paths with nearly every outer planet on his way from Scorpio into Sagittarius. So it's a blend of energies overlapping in real time. Introspective and deep from Scorpio, but growing restless and expansive as he moved into Sag. Which is why this past week has felt like such a mix of deep reflection and total chaos, because that's exactly what's happening above us. Now, the retrograde itself officially begins this weekend, early Sunday morning on the 9th. But this shadow period is where the storylines start forming. And I know what you might be wondering. What exactly is the shadow period? Here's how I like to think about it. Imagine you're out for a walk. You've gone a few minutes down the path when you realize you forgot something back at home. So you stop, turn around, go back to get it, and then head back out again, retracing your steps until you reach the spot where you first turned around. That stretch of ground you've covered 3 times, forward, backward, and then forward again, that's the shadow. The Mercury retrograde shadow is that same territory in the sky, the section of the zodiac that Mercury will walk back over once the retrograde begins. This shadow period lasts for a couple of weeks leading up to the day Mercury actually stations to go retrograde. So if life is suddenly bringing old stories or people back into focus, reminding you of something you'd set aside, or opening a door you didn't realize was still there, that's Mercury laying the groundwork. And remember, he's doing all of this while connecting with nearly every other planet. No wonder life's been busy. And it's been showing up for me everywhere. The first and most obvious example was right here at home, our friend visiting for the weekend. All of those stories and memories from years ago coming back around. That alone was such a clear Mercury moment. But it didn't stop there. It's been showing up for me everywhere this week. My next Mercury shadow moment? This week, I discovered something new within my creator dashboard on Spotify. A section labeled comments. So I clicked in and I found messages from some of you. Messages I had never seen before. Some were months old. I just sat there for a second, staring at them, feeling that rush of surprise, of gratitude, and a little heartbreak too, because connection is what this podcast is all about. I would have absolutely written back if I had known they were there. And as all this unfolded, Mercury was trining Neptune and opposing Uranus. Now, Neptune rules dreams, intuition, and spiritual connection. We talked all about that last week. But Neptune is also the ocean mist, the fog, the illusion. Neptune can hide things and then also reveal them when the timing is right. And Uranus, he's the planet of shock, of change, awakening, Sometimes it's chaos, sometimes it's brilliance. That lightning bolt moment that shakes things up. And that's exactly how this felt. Neptune hid those messages. Uranus shocked me awake to find them. And Mercury, right between them, was holding up a microphone, translating it all into awareness. It was such a clear picture of how these energies actually play out, not in some abstract, mystical way, but through daily life. A missed message, a rediscovered thread, a reminder that connection is never really lost, just waiting for the right moment to reappear. A perfect example of Mercury's timing. Connection finding its way back, even if it takes a little cosmic chaos to get there. And speaking of cosmic chaos, Mercury is also known for being a trickster, especially when it comes to communication and technology. And right before my daughter's big ninja competition last week, he decided to prove it. Just a few days before the event, I realized I never got the information email with the schedule and the details, which was extra strange because this competition was at her home gym, and I get messages from them all the time. Some of the other parents had gotten the email, so I started searching my inbox and nothing. So panic was starting to set in. Did I forget to register her? Was there something wrong with the payment not going through? After a full hour of frantic searching and emailing the gym, I finally figured it out. I had registered her. I just somehow managed to unsubscribe from all gym communications at the same time. All of them. And the irony is, I have about 1 million random email subscriptions I should unsubscribe from, and I never do. But the one place I actually do need to hear from on a regular basis, that's the one I blocked. Classic Mercury. And to make it even better, I found out through our Ninja Parent group chat. So not only was I the stressed out mom panicking over a missing confirmation, but then everyone got a big laugh out of it too. It turned into this shared moment of chaos and reconnection. A perfect Mercury and Sagittarius story. Because when Mercury shifted from Scorpio into Sagittarius, the whole tone changed. Scorpio energy is deep, private, focused, precise. Sagittarius is open, curious, funny, and big picture. And Mercury, more than almost any other planet, takes on the flavor of whatever sign he's in. So right now, with Mercury and Sagittarius, the mood lightens. We zoom out. We laugh about what's gone wrong. And we start to see the meaning in the mess. That ninja gym mix-up, the laughter with the other parents, that's Mercury and Sagittarius at work. And after all the depth and intensity of Scorpio season, which we're still in, by the way, the sun is still in Scorpio, it's just Mercury that's moved on out of it, we are ready for a little humor and a little freedom. And it's a good thing because Mercury's going to be spending more time than usual in Sagittarius during this retrograde. So while we'll definitely get our share of communication glitches and scheduling hiccups, we'll also have plenty of chances to laugh about them. And if you would like a refresher on what Mercury retrograde energy really is, how it shows up, and how to handle it when it does, I did an episode back in June called Mercury Retrograde Made Simple: What to Expect and How to Handle It. And I will link that in the show notes for you if you might want a refresher for this energy as we're moving into it. So as we move through this cycle, whether Mercury is reconnecting you with old friends, surfacing forgotten messages, or pulling a few classic trickster moves with your technology, try to stay curious and flexible. Notice what's returning. Notice what's repeating. And whenever you can, find the humor in it. That's the real gift of Mercury's shadow. Not just reflection, but rediscovery. Before I go, I have something special for you this week. I just created a free moon sign self-care guide, a simple way to learn how to nurture yourself based on your moon sign. It was actually inspired by an earlier episode that so many of you loved. You can go grab it on my website. The link is in the show notes. Just pop in your email and I'll send it straight to your inbox. It's my little gift to help you tune into your own energy, especially as Mercury starts stirring things up again. And if you'd like to explore what area of your chart Mercury is traveling through during this Mercury retrograde, feel free to reach out and book a session. I'd be happy to dive deeper into it with you. As always, I love and appreciate you all. Thank you so much for listening. Take care, and I'll see you next time.